Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is a little different. It's more about my personal squadron and how it runs. So, it's going to be a little interesting me explaining it, but line staff, the way we work, we have 4 flights. We have Delta, which is the best of the best, Alpha, which is anyone from like Airman First Class, Senior Airman, Staff Sergeant. Then we have Bravo, which is as soon as you get your airman, you're in Bravo, and then you have BCT, Basic Cadet Training, which is anyone who we call the newbies. The newbies are, you've been in, you get your cap ID, but you haven't reached your airman, and you have fresh meat, who it's their first week and they don't have their cap ID yet. So that's how it's done, and with Delta, we have it so you can be an airman and go to Delta. It literally is, if you are good, it goes through this process where you have to be recommended by someone on staff or in Delta flight. You have to pass a drill test, like leadership test, then you have to call your parents, and then there's boards to sit in and stuff like that. So it's complicated to get in. The way our squadron runs is you have your line staffs and then you have support staff. Now the support staff is different than I've ever seen it anywhere else, and we have it into factions. So the factions are broken up into red, green, blue, and purple. Yep. And so you have ES, leadership, aerospace, and then red faction is everything else. So you have a faction leader, and then you have the people in the faction. So for ES, you might have a faction leader who they may or may not be on line staff, and then all these people are in Delta. So as soon as you make it to Delta, you automatically go to a faction, and you choose the faction you want to be a part of, and from there on, you work with that. So each week, leadership faction is going to be working together. So like say there's 3 or 4 of them, we'll be working together, planning it, figuring out what they need to do. If they need supplies, it goes with the chain of command, things like that. And then they have the 45 minutes of leadership that we've sectioned out for them to teach. It's really nice because, especially with our squadron getting bigger, we have 142 members right now, 80-ish being cadets. It gets a little complicated because we have some officers who we don't have enough positions on line staff, which is typically what people want to be. People typically want to be on line staff, but once you're so top heavy, we don't have spots for them. So we ended up having to make lots and lots of support staff positions, which is why Delta came to be. So while support staff is their own, we right now don't have it where they're working on their things during the meeting. So when we have like DDR, all of the squadron, all cadets will be in DDR. We'll all be listening to the class. And then you have like, when you're planning a dining in, the dining in committee will have a meeting during DDR or things like that. But for the most part, everyone is. We've also done in the past where BCT, the newbies and fresh meat who don't really know anything, they need more flight time than everyone else to learn things. So they usually get taken out of extra classes or if we're playing a game or things like that, which is really nice. As far as other things go, like flight time, our meeting is only 2 hours long, so when you add 15 minutes in the beginning for opening and inspections, and 15 minutes in the end for closing and announcements, you end up with an hour and 30 minutes, which means if we can have 2 45-minute classes or things like that. So I really don't like how we don't have enough flight time, but with the way our location works out, there's kind of no real solution to it. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You learned a little bit about my squadron, how things run, and maybe it inspired you to change something in your squadron. If you think, oh that's super weird, leave in the comments below. If you think, that's really cool, I'm gonna try my squadron, anything that you're thinking right now, put in the comments below. And once again, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, yeah. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.